What is up, my fellow New York Jets fans? Are you as miserable as me? I'm sure you are, because we bleed green. And it's been just 40 years of fucking misery. That's what it's been. And I don't know how much I can handle it anymore. Will I? Sure I will. Sure I'll handle it. Mostly for you guys. Jets, fight. Hit that Jets chant, even though they don't deserve it. Jets, Jets, Jets. I don't even know what to say anymore. I don't even know what to say anymore. This was a season where the New York Jets were supposed to be playoff bound, possibly Super Bowl contenders. And here we are at the bottom of the goddamn barrel, literally just sucking and being the masters of the suck. As always, because we're the New York Jets. That's what we do. It's what we're known for. And when we look at teams and we go, oh, we're playing the Cardinals, they're a team that sucks. And I don't mean this year necessarily, but when you see the Cardinal logo, you go, oh, it's a suck team, you know? And you're a Cleveland Browns. You see the Browns helmet. You're like, man, we're playing the Browns. Win. We got to win. Well, you know what? Every team in this fucking league looks at that New York Jets logo and thinks the exact same thing. And this year, we just proved it again by jetting more than any jet could ever jet. And I've said it a million times, and I'll say it again, that I would rather have a team with zero expectations and expected to be the worst team in the league pull off 5 or 6 wins and be excited about it than what we saw this year. This year hurt more than probably any other year that I've been a Jets fan in my 40 years of fandom. Since the early 80s, I have never been this disappointed. I have never been this let down. I have never been this depressed being a New York Jets fan. Will I continue to do this show? Hell fucking yeah, I will. We're the underground punk rock Jet show. Or at least we used to be. Now our numbers and subscriptions are going higher, but we're still, we're no Green Bean or Matt O'Leary. We're no Jake Asman. We're no Jet Central. We're still underground, but we will say things that no other show will say. We'll talk about things that no other show will say. We'll go off the rails like no other Jet show will, because that's how we are. We're real. We don't care about any PC bullshit. And we'll just, whatever comes, it comes. And I'll tell you that I think Sauce Gardner needs to get the fuck off this team. And once again, I'm a big fan of talking Jets. Matt, Ryan, Greenbean. But I said I tweeted at Matt earlier when he kind of put out like I don't know, was it an apology video or hey, we're cool. Sauce, we're cool, because he said something about Sauce. And then Sauce actually tweeted back at him and was like, yo, what the fuck, man? I would have told Sauce to go fuck himself. I would have told him to go keep golfing because he has the body of a golfer. I would have told him that if Tiger Woods was playing cornerback for the New York Jets, he would have done just as well tackling McBride as Sauce did. It was like oil and water. It was like going to a state fair and watching someone try to get a greased pig. It's embarrassing. Goodbye, Sauce. I don't care. And you know what? Here's the thing. I'm not just saying that as a disgruntled Jets fan. I'm saying that as it will probably help out Sauce Gardner. Because you leave the Jets, you take a shower, you wash all that green stink off your body, and then you're catching game-winning plays or game-winning touchdowns for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Or you're catching Super Bowl touchdowns for the Kansas City Chiefs. Like, think about it. Think about how fucking pathetic this team is. Think about how good Boomer Esiason was before he became a fucking Jet. Think about how fucking good Neil O'Donnell was. I mean, aside from the Super Bowl where he threw 100 interceptions, think about how good he was for the Pittsburgh Steelers before he became a New York fucking Jet. Think about how good Brett Favre was before he became a New York Jet, and then think about how good he was the second he left and washed that fucking green off his body and put purple on. This isn't like a rare thing. It happens all the time. So Sauce, get the fuck off the team. You clearly can't play as a Jet anymore, and you clearly can't handle the New York media or the New York fans, because this is what we're all about. This is what we are all about. We talk shit. We tell you when you suck. We boo you when you come on the fucking field, when you're not performing. You have to deal with it. And if you can't deal with it, get the fuck off the team. It's that simple. And I'm sorry to be cursing so much, but I'm getting all riled up again. And you know what? You'll probably do better on whatever we could send you to the fucking Carolina Panthers, and you'll probably have a Pro Bowl season again because you washed the stink off. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're hitting that like button on the way in. I'm fired up tonight, aren't I? Hit that like button on your way in. That more than anything lets more people know that we are live, and I want people to know we're live, and I'll see the numbers go up if you guys go down below and just hit that like button. It's free. It's fucking free, and it helps out the show, and I thank you. And guys, I'm like 100 subscribers away from 2,000 subscribers, so if you are in here and you are new, do me a favor and subscribe. Those two things are free and will really help out the channel and really help build this community. And if you want somebody going off the rails and cursing and acting like a lunatic and embarrassing themselves like I do, then show the support, hit the like button, subscribe. That's simple. All right, it's time to bring in the Misery Loves Company, right? Misery Loves Company. And I have my co-host here, Maddie. How you doing tonight, Maddie? It couldn't be good.
This team sucks so bad. Like, I don't know if, for those of you that followed me on Twitter, I said it today. The Cardinals were up by so many that they almost put Bronny in. It was so bad. Like,
and he got demoted to like the
G League, and they're like, oh yeah, he sold out his debut. No one cares. Like, seriously, no one cares. Hi, Val. Yeah, dude. Again, this might be the worst season just because we spent all off season hearing about how things were going to get better and how, you know, the right tools were being picked up and blah, blah, blah. And I just don't, I don't even know. Like, it's so bad. Hey, Lane, hey, Nick. I fucking, so I have a Jets backpack.
I like that Matthias came in and immediately just saw that my temper was going already.
Oh, yeah. I literally changed out to my Mets backpack for work.
Yeah, well, see, look, Maddie, I'm the kind of guy who will continue to wear my Jets hat and Jets.
I wear my shit, but I'm also like, you know what?
Whatever.
I'm done. I'm not gonna rep them all the time. They're garbage. Everybody knows I'm not changing my handle or anything else, but it's a joke. It's a travesty, and it makes me want to fucking throw up. So.
First Lady Valerie, channel member, part of the Midnight Mafia. Your rants make it somewhat easier. Thank you. And guys, all your support, not only your support, but fans from I talk to so many fans when I do my reaction videos from other teams, and they'll come in acting like they're gonna talk shit, but they don't realize that I agree with them. And I'll be
Oh
like,
yeah.
yeah, you're right. You're fucking right. Like the
I
Jets
always
are an
tell
embarrassment.
people anything you say about the Jets, I've said louder and angrier.
Yeah. And Ben, I at this point, I wanted a whole nother season out of him most of this time, but I agree. And the worst part is that he still has another year on his contract, and if he still wants to play, he's going to be here next year.
I think he'll retire.
I hope he fucking retires.
I do
Like
too.
I can't deal with it anymore.
Well, like Sunday,
can't.
I'm gonna miss most of the game. Sasha is in theater, and her play starts this weekend, and the matinee is right around 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So I'm gonna miss most of the game, and I really don't fucking care.
I'll be watching and pulling my fucking hair out. Matthias says you need to clean house and get some football-minded people with experience in here. No first-time GM, no first-time head coaches, football people to start with the president. Hey, look, here's how it is, Matthias, and I talked about this. If you are a member of the channel, I did the Mach 1 show with Tommy Jets at around 9:10 tonight. We did about a half hour, and a lot of people in this comment section were there. I said it like this, man. We have to be realistic. And I know that people are laughing at Joe Beningo, but Rex Ryan becoming the next coach of the New York Jets is becoming more and more believable. And just listen to me. No one wants this fucking job, whether Rodgers is here or not. No one wants this. No. And if you think we're going to lure in a Vrabel or a Johnson, you're out of your fucking mind. Do I want them? Yes, but they're not.
Why would they want to come here?
Exactly. And there's going to be so many teams, Maddie, that need a head coach
that have so much more to offer.
Yep, and don't have the stink of the New York Jets. And so I really do believe that there's a good chance we're going to end up with Rex Ryan next year. And I'm not against that. I think he's one of the few people who wants to be here. He'll definitely take any divas in the locker room and break them down. But if you think we're getting a great, amazing head coach, you're out of your fucking mind.
We have absolutely nothing to offer a new head coach except for a losing record and a lot of headaches. And
there are only 3 coaches that have experience that I think we will see as the head coach of the New York Jets next year, and it's Rex Ryan. If they can find a way to settle the lawsuit with the NFL, I do think Gruden would like the challenge, and I think Gruden would be a great coach. But that's a lot of paperwork.
That's a long shot.
Yeah, that's a long shot. And then the only other one, Aaron Glenn.
I think out of all 3 of those, Ryan is the most realistic.
I would take any 3 of them, by the way. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Ben Pryor comes in and says the Cardinals are a bad team actually playing good. I disagree with that. I think that team is on an upward trajectory. And I told a lot of
surprisingly better than their record shows.
What, dude? They're 6-4. It's not even a bad record.
Yeah. I mean, the only highlight of that whole game for the Jets was when we fucking sacked Murray and just blew him up.
Which was awesome.
And you know what though? He just popped back up like he got sneezed on.
Well, Maddie, I was talking to Tommy about this. Think about how many roughing the passers the Jets had called on him that were these like pathetic, and you're like, what the fuck was that? And they call roughing the passer. But on the one where he gets buried from behind, helmet comes flying off, they don't call it. So once again, not that I mind, that's football.
Zero consistency.
Yeah, but exactly. We need some fucking consistency in the NFL officiating. It's embarrassing.
Yeah,
Maddie, what was that play where they hiked the ball, they fumbled it, and then the refs just said, you know what? It's not a play. We're just going to redo it.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, it's...
And I'm not even saying like the one guy who came on as who was it Gene Steratore, who came on as the NFL like New York official, who came on and he was like, well, the Jets jumped off sides. Okay, then it's a penalty.
It's a penalty, but like we don't like this play. We're just gonna call it a do-over.
Yeah, what the hell was that? What
universe is that, dude? Like I can't even do that in fucking Madden. So I don't know.
If it's a Senko, I don't know exactly how to pronounce that, but I really do. I get a lot of you guys coming in and saying that my rants are help you calm down, help put a smile on your face, and you know what? A day or two after I do them, they put a smile on my face too. But like I literally, the game ends, I come into this studio, I start ranting, my heart starts beating, I have to take my heart pill, and it's like, it
takes
me
when
a little.
It's a later game.
Oh yeah, the later the game
for it, and then you're just like even in a worse mood.
And I've been defending Joe Douglas for a long time. Not fully. It's not like I'm a Joe Douglas truther, but Lane, you're on the money here. We just got a clean house.
They need to blow
There's
it up.
maybe like a couple guys. Yeah, a couple guys I keep. Other than that, I just want everybody gone. I just want everybody gone. Guys, hey, look, I appreciate I told you the main things that I would love from you guys so more people see this show is the thumbs up and then hit that subscribe button if you're new. Let's get me to 2,000 subscribers. I'm only 100 away. I'd really appreciate that. But we have people starting off the super chats and the gifted channel memberships already. And those people, of course, get the Jets chant. Jets. Guillermo, handyman to the stars. Not only a channel member, but also $2. Mike, are you bald under that hat? Nobody. I have a lot of hair, and people don't understand why I always wear a hat because a lot of my friends are bald. Not like Maddie. Maddie shaves his head. Maddie has hair.
This is on purpose.
But there it is, baby. I know it's hat head, and it looks all crazy. But your boy has hair and it's not even graying. So I'm doing good at 44 years old.
You look like the second choice for like Fred Durst's backup.
What?
So you look like the second choice for Fred Durst's backup when you take your hat off. You got like the new metal fucking like.
But dude, I've been wearing a hat all day. Like,
right, I get it. I'm just saying when you take it off, that's you totally have that like. You know, like you were out skateboarding all afternoon, and now you're gonna put on some Limp Bizkit and fucking make some pizza rolls.
Oh, that would be great, yo.
Pizza rolls.
Maybe I'll listen to what's the album with? Is it Significant Other? The one with
Nookie,
Break Stuff and Nookie and My Way, all that. Or no, it's My Way on that next one. Yeah, man, pop that on and have some Totinos, man. I'm down. We should do that next week.
Fucking take the girls to the half pipe.
There you go. Play some Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
There you go.
And then we have another one. Hold on, we got another one.
Savage, thank you.
Jets. T Savage coming in with $5. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, guys. You are starting this show off great. And on this show, by the way, also I did it on Saturday night. If we can get five gifted channel memberships on this show tonight, I will match that and give 5 more. So it'll be 10 people who gain access to like the show I did earlier tonight with Tommy Jets Mach 1. 10 more people. If we get 5, I'll do 5. 10 more people will have access to that. He comes in and says, bro, your channel is the only thing that keeps me sane during this time. We have no damn heart. I couldn't have said it better.
Team full of tin men. Couldn't
have said it better. This team is so embarrassing and just a complete disaster. A complete disaster. Like, I would have almost rather gone into this season with Zach Wilson and traded away a bunch of our great guys, and then we would have been pissed, and we would have been like, oh, we're going to go, 4-13 or whatever. And then we'll win like 5 or 6 games, and we're like, hey, not bad. But instead, we were predicted to be a Super Bowl contender, and we are now fighting for like a number 1 draft pick. It's fucking embarrassing.
Great. Shadur Sanders, here we come.
Yeah, well, Beningo's been saying that too, man.
We'll see what happens. It'll be interesting.
Don't you think, and I know I'm having a little bit of a problem. Hold on one second. Tell me when you can hear me okay.
I can hear you all right.
Okay. Wouldn't that be a Jets thing to fucking do? Bring in Dion as the coach, his son is the quarterback, and then we're here we go, and then all of a sudden it's a disaster again because that's what the Jets do.
I don't think it would be a very Jets thing to do. However, I don't think that they would give Dion the coaching reins. I think that if they drafted Shadur, that would be that. But we'll see. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. I definitely do not want Dion to be head coach of the Jets. Not because I don't like him, and I mean, he's done a very good job with CU this year, but I think that once you're out of college, you don't need your dad as your head coach.
Thank you, Adirondack. Yeah, tonight's one of those nights I am kind of just jacked up. And I've had like no caffeine. It's weird. Guillermo, you are either trolling or are completely insane.
Why not both?
Which. Yeah, if you not only with it's over. It's over, folks. I almost had a funeral tonight. We might do it Saturday night for the Jets, but let's be real here. The Jets win out, they would still need help from other teams, and they got that help Maddie. They got that help this week.
Yeah, they did, and they pissed it away.
And then after that, we talked about after that Quincy sack, it was 2nd and 18 on the next play. 8 yards on the next play, they throw it for 12 to McBride, and they get the first down.
This team just cannot stop shooting itself in the foot. And what sucks is, all we talked about from January on this year was how much we couldn't wait for football to start. What a bunch of chumps we are.
And you know what? I can't even. I feel like I can't even go back and enjoy that stuff. No. Like our draft video and like things like that. It's like us looking like complete fucking fools.
No, just a bunch of fucking deluded idiots. And and what sucks is this is going to carry into next offseason. Like, I'm not going to be like, when our season mercifully ends, I'm literally going to be like, usually I'm just like, all right, well, let's think about the draft next year. This year, I'm just going to be like, fuck it. I'm just going to watch the Knicks and the Rangers. Like, I'm going to give zero thought to anything except for pitchers and catchers reporting in late February.
Guillermo, I appreciate that. Channel member. I'm going to have the Dabblers Anonymous people subscribe to pump up your numbers. Hey, man, anything you can do to help out, I would appreciate it. Did you see those April tweets and the Nick Rekieta shit from today with Melton? Woo! It's good content all around. Good content all around. I know you don't know what I'm talking about, but he's a channel member, so I have no problem mentioning that. And look, he's getting your name right, which is cool.
Lane's my boy, dude. Me and Lane are buddies.
And Alan, I know you loved it. That shit was hilarious on Sunday.
Well, Alan called it. I called it too. In fairness, I didn't call the ass beating we were going to get. But if you're still picking the Jets right now, you're just that's nice, but you're insane.
Well, the funny thing is I don't know if it was on our show or if it was on Jets Worldwide, wide, but he was doing the Cards chant. Because I watched you on Jets Worldwide with Snowball and Johnny Boy, and it could have been on that show.
Yeah, maybe. I was so tired that morning, dude. I felt so bad. Johnny's like, yeah, thanks for coming on, man. I was like, yeah, you're welcome. I was like, I'm never getting invited back to this show again.
At least the Jets won tonight. What are we talking, Winnipeg?
Yes, they beat the Rangers. That's all right, Alan. You're still an Islanders fan.
What is this? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
We all told you. If you're not aware, Bobby's channel got porn bombed. So go over. It's the legend Bobby Midnite. Give him some subscribes and get his numbers back up, because that's bullshit. So I will definitely always give that shout out.
Bobby, he's a nice guy, man.
No, I agree. Wife told me that she wanted to go to a sports bar on Sunday and see her two favorite QBs, Mahomes and Allen battle. Yeah, that's going to be a fun game this week.
Yeah,
that's going to be a fun game.
It's always fun to go out, get some wings, and watch a game. That's the thing. As much as we hate our team, it's still fun to watch football. It's just more fun to not watch our team.
Aaron Glenn, buddy, I think he's in Detroit right now, defensive coordinator, not coordinator. But yeah, I would take he's a Jet, former Jet, a beloved Jet, and I would love to bring him home to coach this team. No, Bill Parcells will not. Sorry. All right, guys.
Did you see that meme or whatever where it showed Belichick wearing like a Jets fucking sweatshirt, and it just said, "Jets have a chance to do the funniest thing ever."
I would.
No, none of us want it, but it was a funny meme.
That signing would make me contemplate blowing up the show. I'm speechless right now thinking about the Jets trying to or signing Bill Belichick. I want nothing to do with that piece of garbage.
I don't care. Can't get any worse.
Ted, channel member, looking back to 2000, do you think any Jets would have been better off if James Dolan bought the Jets and not Woody Johnson. Look, I'm going to actually here's going to be a hot take, and then I'm going to put out the link so we can start taking your guys' calls. I have Woody Johnson. Anything that we as a fan base asked him for over the past couple years, he's provided us. You know, we asked him to sign Aaron Rodgers. He went out and he did it. Because if any of you think that Derek Carr or Garoppolo or any of the other guys that were available were a better choice, you're out of your fucking mind. Aaron Rodgers was the best choice out there, and we all said at the time, "Oh, we're just a quarterback away." Okay, he gave us Aaron Rodgers. We lost Bryce Huff. He went out and he got Hassan Reddick, and now Joe Douglas once again was the one who needed to get that shit done. We wanted Devontae Adams. He went out and he got Devontae Adams.
We needed our line beefed up. He did it.
Look, Woody has not been the best owner, but over the past couple of years, he has been doing whatever he can with his money to get guys in here to make this a successful team. So I really, Woody Johnson is probably like one of my least concerns. We need a whole new team. Whether even if Woody sells the team, which we have no control over, it doesn't change the fact that the new guy would need to rebuild the entire team. Like, I don't know. And I agree. It's John Gruden would be great, but that's a lot of paperwork. That's a lot of, bullshit that we have to deal with. But it is. All right, guys, I'm going to pop through these comments down to the bottom. If you want to get something in here, send in a super chat, $2, $5, whatever. You want to get your questions in, please. If we get 5 gifted channel memberships, I will match that with another 5 gifted channel memberships. But we're going to get to your calls now. It's about that time. What up, Master Ganja? I see you in here. I appreciate it. All right, let's pop in here. I'm going to pop this in. I don't know, I don't see Metz in here. Usually he would be one of our first guys in the room.
But I just give him a minute. He'll show
up. Woody Johnson. Yeah, he is. That's the team Woody Johnson's headed to.
DB94 coming through.
All right, here we go. Yeah, well, here we go. We got a gifted channel membership, which gets the Jets chant. And
glad to hear the man.
You may think, that I'm just reposting the same thing, but I'm not. Hold on, because my stupid computer. That's another thing I got to do. I got to get a new computer. But this is another gifted channel membership from DB94, and because you did that, you are going to get not just the Jets chant, but you're going to get the catch with the Jets chant at the end. I've been pissed off enough tonight, Maddie. Let's bring in some other Jets fans. Like I said, misery loves company. Let's bring in Alan. How you doing tonight, Alan?
Hello, Michael. Hi, Matt. How are you? At least the Jets won tonight, Matt. So that's good.
You're just gonna beat that fucking joke into the ground, aren't you?
My hockey team sucks. I don't even talk about it.
I was gonna say
They're done. They can trade everybody. So I happen to be in Houston on Sunday I happen to be in Houston on Sunday. I actually went to the Lion game on Sunday night.
Oh, cool.
But happened to watch the Jets at a bar. And when I watched Trey McBride carry Sauce Gardner, that might have been the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. And you know what?
Fucking pathetic.
I have been half glass empty throughout this whole time. You know what? This team is just unlikable. You know what? If the team was likable, I would care. These guys absolutely showed no heart on Sunday.
I agree.
So why do I even give a shit? I hope they lose the rest of the year, honestly. They're unlikable. They read their press clippings way too early. They never won shit.
Zero
And again,
accountability.
it's time to clean house. It's enough.
Yeah, zero accountability.
Zero accountability. They have the worst coaching staff. They have a 41-year-old quarterback who looks like he's running in quicksand half the time.
Yep.
Again, as you said, it's enough. I don't want to see him back. I pray he retires, but I hope if they bring in a new regime, they tell him, you know what? It's time to go.
Cut
We'll
his
take
ass.
the hit. We'll take the hit, $49 million this year, or spread it to 2 years. Okay. It's over.
Yeah,
Again,
put Tyrod in now.
I don't care who
Yep.
you put in. Okay. It's over. Start anew. And you said something completely right. This is not really a really good job. It really isn't. Unfortunately, I think Rex Ryan, and I don't want
No.
Rex Ryan back, but I think he might be the best candidate, honestly.
Yeah. I
Again,
mean, it's all we got.
None of the offensive coordinators, the young guys, are going to come here. Todd Monken, I don't think he's coming here. He was bypassed for Adam Gase a couple of years ago.
He ain't gonna
I don't think that Vrabel comes here. I can see him. If Ohio State becomes open, that's the job I think he could take because he's from Ohio. Again, no one wants to come here. I know people like, oh, there's 32 jobs, but this is a job where you have an old quarterback who seems to have the owner on his bat phone. He
Yeah.
can call him whenever he wants.
Yeah.
You just need a
absolutely.
clean house. It's obvious. You just need a clean house.
This job is the rough equivalent of the principal job that Morgan Freeman took in Lean on Me.
I remember that movie. Yep, absolutely. It's not an easy job.
No,
but again,
and that's the thing, though. It's like Rex may be the only guy who actually wants the job, and instead of giving it to some guy who's never coached before or another random like offensive or defensive coordinator, obviously that's not Johnson or Vrabel or whoever, because they're not coming here. They're not. What do they want to do? Come here and embarrass themselves? No. But Rex, I feel like, still has that pride, that bravado, and if he want it, look, would I want somebody else? Probably, but I'm not fully against Rex because he wants it. And I feel like he would take all those bitch divas in that locker room and at least bring them back down to some sort of reality.
And Woody Johnson wouldn't have the balls to go against the NFL and say, you know what? I want to hire John Gruden. John Gruden would be the perfect name because he would take no shit. The problem with Rex is Rex thinks he's a coach and a player personnel guy. That's what caused him major issues in the last couple of years of his first stint with the Jets. Again, I would only want him as a DC. I don't want him as a head coach. But if they're forced to bring him here, you got to bring a competent GM who basically has all player personnel decisions. I don't want Rex to have any player personnel decisions. I still am haunted by Quentin Copels over Chandler Jones. I really am, okay? This is the problem with the organization. Right now, they're a dead organization led by a 41 going on 42-year-old quarterback, and there's really no hope in sight at that position because this is a shitty quarterback class. And again, I don't know what to do anymore. You just have to laugh watching them now. People cry. People are pissed off. There's really no need to be pissed off. You just laugh because this team basically shit at every fan's face last Sunday. I watched a team that decided not to tackle anybody. They were playing completely selfish ball on defense, could not get in the end zone, in the red zone a couple of times. It was embarrassing, but it's a laughable experience.
We were prepared to play even though we had 10 days to get ready.
And finally, again,
yeah,
I was at the line.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on. That Matty's got a point there. It's like, how many times do we have to hear one of the coaches, whether it's Saleh or Ulbrich, come out after a game and be like, oh yeah, we weren't prepared. We didn't have the fire. Then what the fuck were you doing for 10 days?
Do all week.
Again, Ulbrich will be a nice DC somewhere else. I think that's exactly what Robert Saleh should do. Robert Saleh should follow in the Steve Spagnuolo mold. He could be a DC for the next 20 years and ride into the sunset. But again, I was at the Lions game last Sunday night, and I was so jealous watching that fan base with a competent head coach, two outstanding coordinators, and an organization that actually knows what they're doing. Again, the Jets should be where the Lions are at now, and they are miles away. That's the problem.
They're not even.
And you know what? I feel good. I feel good for Detroit Lions fans. Like they've suffered like we've
Yeah, I'm
suffered,
happy
and
for
like
them. They
Browns
get their
and like
due.
Browns fans have suffered, and good for them. Like I'm rooting for them. I would love to see the Lions win a Super Bowl for that city and those fans, because I would feel like, you know, maybe one day that could be us, but we all know, you know,
But
that's
when,
not.
Lord? When's going to be our time?
And finally, I keep hearing Ben Johnson's name with the Bears. So I don't think he'll come here, but I keep hearing that he's intrigued about the possibility of coaching Caleb Williams. I know Caleb Williams hasn't been coached well this year with Matt Eberflus. Maybe you bring a Ben Johnson here and his innovative style, and maybe it changes him. Look what he's done with Jared Goff. It's a complete reclamation project, and he's a guy ready to take that job. He's going to be a phenomenal head coach because he's a smart young mind. And I think he's waiting for the right job. And I think that might be the right job for him.
The Jets certainly isn't. You know, honestly, anybody they call about the Jets coaching job, it's going to be like the scene in Major League where he tries to hire the guy for manager. And he's like, well,
Yeah.
let me think about it. And I got a guy on the other line about a set of white walls. I'll call you back. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nobody's to be like, yeah, like if they called me and offered me that job, I would take it only because it would be like the movie Eddie with Whoopi Goldberg where she coaches the Knicks.
I remember that.
Except for it would not be nearly as happy at all. It would just be me pissed off on the sidelines all fucking day long.
And one final point, and I'm sorry I am keeping you a little long with me. I think if there's anybody who has the goal of renewing season tickets, you know what? They should be laughed at because that's embarrassing.
Oh,
The idea that they are getting pressured by this ticket office and this front office to raise their ticket prices that much.
Well, not only that, hold on, but not only that, but you look at what other teams, like with the Giants this year, gave all their season ticket holders a nice box with it had like a glass top with the Giants thing etched in it. And when you opened it up, it was a replica of every single Super Bowl ring that the Giants ever got. The Jets gave out a yearbook. They gave out a free $10 yearbook. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like I hope every fan that has season tickets tells them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work, guys, and I hope Woody enjoys. I hope Woody enjoys his time with the Trump administration. He's going to a winning team finally.
Yeah,
thanks a lot.
Alan. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, Maddie. Before we bring in, we have a bunch of callers coming in. Before we do that, I just wanted to bring this up because it's the first time we've brought this up since we had a little bit of hope. But now I want to realistically look at this, Maddie. Tell me how many games we win from this point out, realistically.
2.
I agree. Which 2?
One of the Dolphins games in Jacksonville. That's it. And more likely than not, it'll be the last game of the season when it doesn't matter at all for that Dolphins
I say
game.
Jaguars and Dolphins.
Yeah, this team's booty cheeks.
Jaguars and Dolphins are the only chance we have. The Rams are Rams are getting better. Dolphins are getting better. They'll at least take one. I don't even know if we'll get one out of them. Bills, we don't have a chance. Seahawks, forget about it. And we're gonna lose to the fucking Colts.
Colts are gonna stomp a mud hole in our ass. And we're gonna look so stupid.
Remember at the beginning of the season when we looked at the schedule?
Yes,
how fucking dumb do we look like?
Oh, we look like fucking. We look like the two dumbest guys in the world, like that scene in Super Troopers. Only we really are. Fucking shameful.
Well, to be fair, Maddie, we're not alone. We're not alone.
No.
A lot of Jets content creators are right along there with us.
No, but we're still booty cheeks, so whatever.
All right, let's bring in our next caller. He was in Arizona. Let's see how his time was. Maybe at least the stadium and the food in the stadium was good. Ted, how you doing tonight?
Hey, Ted.
Good. What's up, guys? How we doing?
Love the shirt.
Thanks, buddy. How's everything?
Everything fucked, Beavis.
I'm with you, man.
Jesus, what a mess.
Dude, it sucks that they suck this much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Novatera said it. You know, they looked amazing on paper. They did. And
Dude,
booty cheeks.
they should take that paper and print it on toilet paper.
Fucking. Ugh.
And put it to its
Ted,
proper use.
Ted, give us a little bit how was the stadium? How was the fans over there? How was everything
Give
out
us
in
something
Arizona?
to believe in.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you, if they're gonna be this bad, make the most of it. And that's what I did. Go see them on the road. At least, make a vacation out of it. Try to make some new friends and all that. That's the kind of stuff we did. I hung out with a bunch of them. There's a couple of guys who are season ticket holders saying, you know what? I don't think I want to renew either, because I'm hearing that a lot from a lot of people. But yeah,
What motivation do you have? You're not going to have a hard time getting seats.
Oh yeah, forget it, man. I don't want to.
And then you're not paying for a PSL.
Exactly. What good is a PSL?
It's the dumbest thing ever, anyways. But
dude, it's just another way to suck money out of you.
Yeah, I hate fucking sports.
Shit, I hear you. I mean, like I said, I did mention about how bad Woody Johnson is, and I know you guys did kind of defend him. I'll give you the credit that he did go out and get the players he felt he needed, but my problem with him is he's got to just let Joe Douglas do the job, because I don't think you can blame Douglas completely for the decisions he made. He had a good draft that one year when he brought in Sauce Gardner, who had his best year, but now he's just done.
Any one person is to blame for this. It's a team effort. It took the whole team to be this shitty.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've defended. I've actually thought I agree with you. I think Joe Douglas has done well, and I think he's had some good drafts, but he's also had some huge busts, and he's also had some huge mistakes. I don't think he's coming back. I think he's gone. I think they're blowing the whole thing up. I just don't see any reason to keep anybody around at this point, except for maybe.
I would be shocked if it's not. I would be shocked if it's not. I'd just be like, why are we sitting through all this mess again? I don't. This whole thing is getting, like it says, time to clean house is what I've put down there.
They'll probably go after Darnold in the offseason.
Well, listen, I'm going to root for him the rest of the way.
Back.
I had no hard feelings towards that guy. I was glad they drafted him when they did.
Our jerseys.
But they just, he just wasn't. He just didn't have much to work with us.
Nope.
He had a bad offensive line. You could tell when he was at Minnesota, man. He had all the time in the world. He seems cool as a cat.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know what? I'm kind of rooting for him the rest of the way now.
Yeah, we were talking on Twitter about, life sucks. And this fucking Vikings fan decided to jump in and be like, yeah, man, I know us too. I'm like, you're 7-2. Fuck off, dude. Don't try to co-opt our misery. Like, that's just sad, bro. Like,
dude. Yeah. Actually, the Cardinal fans were not bad. There were no obnoxious ones.
I'm sure they were cool. I've met a few Cardinal fans, and they're all pretty chill.
I know. I mean, the only ones I was ever afraid of, I guess, were Philadelphia Eagle fans, because they had that reputation. But, it was like your job, man. Just do your work and keep it low, and you got nothing to worry about when you're over there.
To be fair, Ted, I lived in Philadelphia for over a decade, right in center city, and I mean, Philadelphia fans are assholes, but they feel the same way about Jets fans, and it's true. Jets fans are usually not that welcoming,
right?
So it is what it is, but it's just God. It's when it. Like Maddie said, when is it going to be our time? Like the Lions are now getting their time, and I'm rooting for them.
But I'll be honest, guys. Thanks for putting this show together, because this is kind of a good thing to pass on the misery. Meet other people. We know have been going through the same shit we are. Make some good friends.
Really cool people through this show, which is nice.
No, I'm sure. I'm sure it's a lot for you guys, because I did the same stuff when I was traveling to different cities, meeting other fans and stuff. And I was like, you know what? If they're going to suck, make the most of it and do the best you can and make as many friends as you can at the time. That's what it's boiling down to with us,
Yeah, because they've got nothing to be happy with the Jets
about.
Jesus.
I'm hoping
We just
But
got to.
like
We
I
have to
said,
learn how to suffer. We need to learn how to suffer together.
that's the way, man. Just that's it. Go through the bad times and it gets you closer.
Oh well.
But I hear you, man. If our day does come and we'll look back and say, remember how sad we were when Woody Johnson owned the team and we had Joe Douglas and all these other guys that were just like, why are we this bad when we have a good team?
I just do not know how
I
much
feel like
longer I can live
the
like this.
Anaheim Angels or the Los Angeles Angels when they had Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani, and you're like, how does a team with two players that good be that bad?
Yeah, that's a very good analogy.
Yeah, that's actually perfect. That's perfect. Like, and they couldn't even make the playoffs.
Oh man, I hear you. But I mean, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah,
too.
Ted, listen, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you for calling in, man. You're always welcome.
Yeah.
And I
I
hope that
appreciate it,
trip,
guys.
aside from the game, of course. Yeah, aside from the game, of course, I hope that your experience out in Arizona was fun otherwise.
Hey, you know what else? At least the weather was nice out there.
Yeah, I bet it was.
There you go.
Nice.
That's the way you got to look at it. Take care, guys. Thanks.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
I like when Ted calls in.
All right. We got Sean and Metz and Lane, and that's it for tonight. Because obviously this is an hour show. We're already at 45 minutes. Guys, continue to hit those thumbs up buttons. You guys have been doing great. Let more people know that we are live. Subscribe if you're new. And we have 2 gifted channel memberships, 3 more, and I will gift 5 myself, giving it a total of 10 gifted channel memberships tonight. And like I said, just earlier today, I did a members only show with Tommy Jets that you can go back and check out. And believe me, I think you like me, you like Maddie, you're going to love Tommy. Tommy's just great to watch. And Tommy's smarter than both me and Maddie combined. So that's another plus. That's why I have him here, because me and Maddie are the Beavis and Butthead of the Jets content creation.
Got a point.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I don't know. He better not be here to rub it in our face. Sean, what are you doing here?
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Mr.
I've never been the kind of person to rub anything in for whether it's football or other things. I can commiserate you guys just in terms of I've been pulling for the Jets obviously since last offseason when I was watching the Hard Knocks and just really getting into it. And obviously you guys are my friends, so I'm always want to see you guys do well, unless we're obviously playing each other.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like Maddie, like you said, that one guy who tried to insert himself in that conversation.
What was that? Like, oh my God.
Like, bro, like I think the only thing I can surmise is that he was trying to make a big picture kind of thing of how we've had failures in the past. I'm like, man, you guys were talking about this season. So if we're talking about this season, we don't belong in any conversation like that.
No, man, you guys are like the biggest surprise of the year. Good for you. Like, I actually had to tag Sean in that, and I was like, come get your fucking people.
And Darnold did struggle last week. Let's not, I'm not going to pretend he didn't. But at the end of the day, like 12-7, an ugly win is still a win. So
yeah,
like we should have crushed the Jaguars. Somehow their only score was from Mac Jones. I think Tank Bigsby got hurt at one point in the game. It's just frustrating because every time we got in the red zone, it was like, okay, Darnold either threw an interception or we just couldn't convert. So we have the Titans next week, and then we have the Bears the following week. And I heard you guys talking about the Bears earlier, and I've always said that Caleb Williams to me is the Ben Simmons of the NFL. He doesn't have the leadership to me.
No, well, I mean, how about the fact that I haven't liked him since I saw some of his games in college, and he's going and crying and complaining and hugging his mother and all this, painting his fingernails.
And what did he accomplish in college? That's right, Justin, the Heisman. But team-wise, he never took his team anywhere. Like you said, they had losses like Utah State, and his teams they should not have been losing to.
Well, how about this week when when they were playing the Patriots and he got leveled? He's on the ground. His entire offensive line just walks off and leaves him there. And one of the Patriots they helped him up. Like clearly nobody on that team respects him. Clearly there's something going on there with him.
That kind of shit.
Now my question is, how long is it? Like how many more games they give it, even as a first overall pick, until they say, hey, let's give Tyson Bagent some minutes here, because obviously I'm a little biased towards Tyson Bagent as a Shepherd graduate, but I have a feeling he has got a pretty good following in that locker room. That's just my assumption.
Well, we'll see what happens, man. We will see.
But when you
Yeah,
guys are talking about how many wins the rest of the season,
I mean, look,
Mhm.
no, go ahead.
No, I think I've pegged you. I'm gonna say be optimistic and say 3 wins. I have a feeling you'll beat the Colts this week for some reason. Then, like you said, 1 game against the Dolphins and that game against the Jaguars.
Yeah, but if they lost out, it would I wouldn't be like, wow, I can't believe that happened. Like, this team has absolutely just. I mean, I can tell you this: I am not picking them to win any game for the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see the point.
No.
It's crazy talk.
Well,
I think a frustrating thing is too.
Not only that,
Mhm.
Matty. I will root for the Jets to win every single game,
As
but
will
I wouldn't be
I'm always
upset if
gonna
they
root for
lost
my
every
team.
single game.
But I can
That's
assure
what it
you,
is.
if I
Yeah.
have disposable income, I'm not putting it on the Jets. Yeah, Tua's not going to be healthy for the rest of his career, Ricktard.
Oh, is he in there?
Oh, he's talking all kinds of shit.
I mean,
Yeah, but the one thing that the Jets struggle with is there's not
really think that Bo Nix is like a good quarterback, and it's like, have you not actually watched? You guys are winning most of the time, despite of Bo Nix. Like,
well, what's really funny is we have the
I don't get it. Like, I have Broncos fans literally telling me that he is the. Well, I have them telling me that he is. We have our franchise quarterback. Good luck with washed up Rodgers. You really are saying that Bo Nix is a franchise quarterback right now? Like,
they have a great defense,
get your head out of the fucking clouds.
I think it's hilarious. We have the absolute yin and yang of Bronco fans. We have like DB94, who's always cool, great guy, like, Broncos fan, and knows, he'll tell us when the Jets are dog shit, but he's cool about things. And we have Rick, who comes in and is just like, just so annoying. Like, God, the guy is like
we had to get moderators
every time he gets on here. And the only point he's made tonight that's good is that the Buffs have been playing well, and I'm actually going to be putting my 2 Buffs helmets atop my Jets display up there, because they're pretty much the only thing I have to look forward to every week. But yeah, it's tough to be a truck driving cowgirl, I'll tell you that for free.
There you go. Listen, Sean, we're at the 53-minute mark. I still got 2 people waiting. So Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. And of course, good luck to the Vikings. We have nothing against Sam Darnold, and I'd like to see him do good. I'd like to see all these guys. Like I said, I hope Mike Williams continues to catch touchdown passes. I hope Mecole Hardman continues to do well. I hope Sam Darnold continues to do well, just so that it can be even more obvious how pathetic the Jets are, so that hopefully we can get some sort of change going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see you guys Saturday, and I'm going to order the UFC fight, but I'll stop in here and see what you guys are up to.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Sean.
I'm looking forward to that Tyson fight Friday night that I'm going to miss for.
Me too. Me too.
Like, that's gonna be the
I'm
only.
going to be watching that Tyson fight.
Mike Tyson.
What do you guys? Oh, there you go. Well, that'll be fun. I'll see you guys this weekend. Okay.
All right, bud.
All right, Maddie. We're coming down the home stretch here, guys. Make sure you're hitting those thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Try to get me to 2,000 subscribers. That would be awesome. And we've got 2 gifted channel memberships. We need 3 more, folks, and then I will gift 5 to match. But before we get into that, we got to bring in. We have 2 callers left on our docket here, and the first one, of course, is one of our regulars. We love him so much. Here we go.
Meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life, because the Mets are really...
Hi, guys. I'm going to be blunt.
Hi.
I don't know what's worse. The fact that the Giants are deliberately tanking, losing to the worst team in the league, Carolina, in Germany, or that the Jets basically get pecked to death by the Cardinals And now there's a chance. And considering that the Sunday night matchup against the Colts got flexed to a Sunday afternoon matchup.
The country doesn't want to see that shit.
Yeah, no one wants to see it. We barely want to see
let's be real. I'm going to miss half the game at least for the second viewing of a bunch of 10-year-olds doing Beauty and the Beast. So
nice.
Daughter's doing that as a play.
Hey, Maddie, don't you let Metz anywhere near that play because he's going to start causing a lot of damage to those 10-year-old kids.
Oh, I know. I could see Metz. He's a fucking beast. Why would you even talk to that asshole?
And then he runs up on stage and throws him off it.
And he tries so hard not to smile. He's just like my kids. He's like, fuck.
Yeah.
He's like grimacing, trying not to smile because he knows we love him. We're fucking with. Look, see, look, he can't even hide it. You know, you come here for this. You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Let's get serious. Hold on. Let's get serious for 1 second. Metz, I did feel a little bit bad for that. It was a rookie, right? That rookie who fumbled the ball in overtime, and he went on the. He was upset, man.
Yeah.
Like, and you can understand why. Yeah.
Who fucking who? We got rookies dropping the ball before they.
No, I agree, but you know the fact that it's a rookie, it's not like he's like some brash, first round draft pick, anything like that. He gets his chance and then just blows it on an international stage. Yeah, you got to kind of feel for him.
True. And
the entirety of the stadium had no idea what that meant.
At this point, I don't have the Jets winning more than 4 more games out of what's left. Colts being one of them, then Jacksonville, and then both Miami games. But at this point, I think the Jets are going to be the ones getting shipped out to the glue factory.
No, I think.
No, they ain't winning. They ain't winning 4 games. They ain't winning 4 more games.
They're certainly not
2 at best.
I think they'll lose to Miami at Miami, and then they'll win the last game of the season because it won't matter and nobody will have anybody in.
At this point, you need to clean the house out.
Yeah.
I said last year getting Aaron Rodgers was a mistake. It's bearing fruit. And let's face it, both Giants and Jets need to put their entire coaching staffs in the firing line. More so with the Giants than the Jets.
I can't argue with that. Can't argue with any of that, Mets. It's completely embarrassing. Yeah, anything else?
At this point, I don't care. I'm just going to stick doing wrestling streams. I just got out of doing an NXT stream tonight. I know you hopped in on my little overly impromptu Lucha Apocalypto stream the other night, Mike.
I don't know what the fuck you two are talking about.
Yeah, I figured I'd come in and give you a hard time and call you a wrestling mark.
I'm just going to watch Ted Lasso from now on.
Mets, let me ask you one last question before I let you go. I got to get to Lane here. But what side of the aisle are you on? Because one of them is a buddy of mine. What side of the aisle are you on? Because everyone is either on one side or the other. Are you Vince Russo or are you Jim Cornette?
Russo
Or
mostly
are you
is
a heterosexual?
like Cornette, because while Cornette's more old school, which is the way I like it, his political views rub me the wrong way.
So you would go Russo?
Yeah. Mostly for political spite.
All right, fair enough. Yeah. I've always been a member of. Okay, because I've always been a member of Russo's brand. I've talked to him on several occasions. I haven't really been watching over the past couple years, but yeah, there's a clip of me on this channel on Vince Russo's The Brand talking to him and Jeff Lane. But yeah, it is what it is. Just figured I'd ask.
Oh. Okay.
Well, that was great.
I'm out.
Well, have a good night.
See you Saturday.
Later, Mads. I don't know what you two are talking about. I'm sure.
All right, Maddie. We got one more caller coming in tonight. I know you have no idea what we're talking about. It was wrestling. You hate wrestling. I don't even like wrestling anymore. I went onto his stream literally just to make fun of him for watching wrestling. Because it's just become it's literally become it's become everything that I don't like about wrestling. They've gotten rid of the characters. They've gotten rid of like the larger than life personas, and now it's just a bunch of guys flippy doing all over the place, and it's basically Cirque du Soleil is basically what you're watching, or like Disney, like it basically be like you like figure skating and you like watching the Olympics and figure skating, and then you're now all of a sudden you're watching Disney on Ice. It's
Gotcha.
I don't know. All right. We got one more caller coming in here, and he's been waiting patiently, and we love to bring him in. He's always welcome. It's it's the Lane Train. Lane, how you doing tonight?
Big Lane, what's up, buddy?
Hi, Midnight Mike. Oh, no, Maddie.
What's up, buddy? Love that Met shirt.
Thank you. I wish they were playing right now, but
Right.
yeah. What can I say about these two teams? Well, I'm happy it was a 9:30 game AM, but still, how do you feel that Drew Luck is on the Giants? Do you think he's good?
I don't necessarily think he's that good, but at this point, Lane, I'd rather see him or Tommy DeVito than
You see him
Daniel
when he was
Jones.
throwing the ball? Yeah, I mean that was, let's say that it didn't start out good, and I thought they were going to win, and they lost. Now moving on to the Jets. That game was so terrible that I fell asleep.
I wish I could have fallen asleep.
I don't blame you. Yeah,
Dude,
I don't blame you.
You know what they did? Nothing. What is wrong with them? Honestly, I don't. It's not their fault.
No, it is their fault.
Yeah, I know it is. Do you see the Jets maybe getting another coach like John Gruden or Rex Ryan back next year?
They're gonna have to.
Oh well, yeah, no, there's Lane. There's no chance that when we start next season, I think we're gonna have a new head coach. I think we're gonna have a new general manager. I don't know if Rodgers is gonna stick around, but I would be okay with Tyrod Taylor starting the season, and we could have Jordan Travis and maybe another drafted quarterback competing for the backup role. I think the Jets are going to be a completely different team next year.
Yeah. Luckily, the weather was good in Arizona. I mean, that game was like.
I said that. I was like, oh, it's Arizona. They have a dome, so if it rains for some reason, they'll have the dome, or it's going to be nice weather, and so Aaron Rodgers and the offense should be cooking. And then they produced 6 points. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, it was an absolute disgrace. And the team's a joke. We're stupid for being their fans, but we're not going to quit on them, is essentially all I can say.
Every game, it feels like I'm just the same thing over. It feels like feels like almost like Groundhog Day over and over again.
Especially if you watch the Giants as well, you're like, you watch trash
again and again
and then trash. Like it's
circles. Come on.
It's like watching the same shitty movie twice. I feel real like that's what I mean. I'm not a Giants fan, so I don't watch the Giants. But it's one of those. It's like I just God, there's just no hope.
I would say this. You guys want a silver lining? I'll give you the only silver lining that there is. And here we go.
Like good catch.
The Patriots are just as bad and the Giants are worse. So at least being a Jets fan, you don't, especially here on the Long Island Sound in Connecticut, you don't have to hear the fans of those two teams trashing you.
Yeah, I guess so, but it's like being a member of the fucking Great Lakes Avengers. You're just in the shittiest fucking group.
Yeah, over and over again.
So
everything except
fuck it. At least the Knicks won tonight and fucking beat up on Joel Embiid.
Same as the Brooklyn Nets. They're playing 2 games.
Ruined his debut.
And the Jets, over and over again, and they can't find. And when they have it, they can't hold it. The lead.
Yep, you ain't lying.
They're pissed about it. I just can't wait for pitchers and catchers to report. That doesn't look.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier, dude. I'm like, come on, February.
It feels like it cannot come sooner.
That's so depressing.
I know, but that's the same
so
thing we were saying in January.
We're waiting for baseball.
can't wait for the draft. Can't wait. And that's just like, oh God, here we are. And it's like, oh, it's
I rather just watch the Arizona Foley games because that's something good. They had that All-Star game on the other day.
yeah. Like I say, I'm gonna be watching the Rangers and the Knicks, and that's about all I got going for me. So, well,
Yeah.
that said, we are past the hour mark,
Yep.
kids.
All right, thank you for taking my.
Hockey and some basketball.
All right,
Yep.
Lane,
Yeah,
we're
that's
always
true.
happy to take your call, buddy. Thanks for calling us.
Anytime, Lane.
You're welcome.
Love that guy. Good dude.
All right, Maddie.
And the hits just keep
Here we
on
are after
coming.
another fucking Jets loss.
Fucking booty cheeks, dude. Just god awful.
It's I don't. I was Maddie. I'm telling you, I was sick to my stomach. I said it on my reaction video, but I wasn't bullshit. I was sick to my stomach. Even later in the night, I said to my wife, I said, God, I'm sick to my stomach. And she's like, why? Did you eat something? And I was like, no, it's the fucking Jets. They fucking ruin everything.
Yeah. Can't have nice things, man. Just cannot have nice things. But, well.
All right. Well, here's what we're going to do, Maddie. We didn't get to the five gifted channel memberships, but I'm going to let DB's gifted channel memberships carry over to Saturday night. And Saturday night, all we're going to need is 3 gifted channel memberships, and I will gift the other 5. So, DB, they weren't in vain. I'm going to carry them over. They still count. Yeah, and as a fan of the Broncos, the fact that you come in and you're a channel member and you watch our show and whatever, we love you guys. Like we have some a few Bills fans and Scott Black and whatever Dolphins fans or whatever.
I miss those guys, but they got their own problems.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
at least the Broncos.
They're not here. They're probably like, look, I got my own shit to deal with, guys. You're on your own.
And I'll shit talk Bo Nix, but you guys do have a legit team around him, which is helping him out.
So much better than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But Rick, you know, like I say, you talk.
But that's
all
it,
this
Maddie.
Shit,
What do you anything else you want to say before we head out?
You love us, so you keep showing up. You must have a thing for us, big guy. So that said, guys, we'll see you Saturday night. Maybe some changes to a few things for me with the new schedule coming. I'll keep you in the loop. We'll see how things go. But that said, I appreciate all you guys being here. And love your eyes, love your thighs, and we'll see you on the flip side.
Thank you, Maddie. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I am your late night New York Jets host, Midnight Mike. We are an underground, New York Jets show that's just building up. This is our first actual full season start to finish. We started last season in the middle. We've come to this season. Our first official season covering the New York Jets has literally been the most disastrous fuckery that we have ever seen as New York Jets fans. So at least when we're 5 years down the road or whatever, and hopefully it looks a little better, we can look back on this season and be like, hey, remember that? At least we're not there to, I don't know. I'm going to be honest. Even if we are expected to win 2 games, I'm okay with that because we'll probably win 4 or 5 and we'll be happy. At least we'll be happy with that. It's just so shitty being a Jets fan. 40 years being a New York Jets fan, and this is what I have to fucking deal with. And I know a lot of you out there have been fans for 20 years. You're miserable. 30 years, you're miserable. 40 years, like me, you're miserable. And there's a lot of you out there who have been Jets fans for 50 years, and you're just as miserable because it's been so long since the Jets sniffed the Super Bowl. And I'm telling you right now that I'm starting to believe more and more and more in that curse of Joe Namath, because I would never have predicted in 1,000 years that this season would go as bad as it has gone. If you would have asked me at the beginning of the season, what do you think the worst case scenario is if there's no injuries? And I would have said it would have mirrored kind of like the 1997 season where we went to the last game of the year and all we needed to do was win that game against the Detroit Lions and we make the playoffs and we lose and it's a miserable ending to the season. That would have been, barring injuries, my worst case scenario. And look where we are now. Look at where we are now. Guys, once again, we do a show every Tuesday night. We're here right now at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we also, of course, do our show, our flagship show, Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's like a 2+ hour show with Mike and Maddie's Top 5, our intermission report. We take your calls. We have some of our Midnight Jury Capitans, the Tommies and the Murdogs and the Abes and the Seans calling in the first bit. We have your calls in the second bit. We have a lot of fun on Saturday nights. It's a chill show, and we should hopefully all be a little bit more calmed down, even though we're used to this for 40 goddamn years. At least after, a couple of days or whatever, we can just put those losses to the side and try to bring our hopes up a little bit. Because like I said, I will never, ever, ever, and I'm not going to tell you how to fan, but I will never root against the New York Jets. I don't give a fuck. Let the cards fall where they fall. If we end up with 4 wins, okay. We end up with 2 wins, okay. We end up with 7 wins, okay. That's how the universe wanted it to land. But I will never, ever root against my green and white, my New York Jets. If they lose out, okay, that helps us out, but I'm not going to root for that. So that's why even if we lose out every game and we're to the last Miami game of the year and we lose that game, I'm still going to come on here pissed the fuck off. Because that's who I am. I don't even know what to say anymore, except I am Midnight Mike. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out. Subscribe if you're new, and I can't wait to see you Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good night, everybody.